Hello everyone! Welcome back. If you're not subscribed, my name is Nicol Concilio, so welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe though. Today's video is going to be very different. A little story time before I got into beauty, got into YouTube, got into Instagram, all that shenanigans. So this video is called Dear College Girls. And the reason why I say college girls is because this particular situation really happened to me when I was in college. But this is for anyone, any age, any gender, anything. This can apply to everyone. And I know what you're thinking. Nicole, how are we supposed to take you seriously with blue eyeshadow on? I'm sorry. Deal with it. Before I do start the video though, I do want to say this is completely in the past. I'm completely over the situation. I already checked with my boyfriend Nick to see if this was okay to even do this video, and he said, of course, no problem. The only reason I'm doing this is because I really want to help people that probably are going through the same situation that I went through when I was in college, and just a bunch of things. I just really want to share my story with you guys more than anything. So I went to college in Boston. I went to Fisher College right by Boston Commons. Hey fam! And I basically went to Boston. I went to college in that area because of a boy that I was dating at the time. Right then and there, I should have known that that was a horrible mistake. He was a couple years older than me, and I thought that it was the coolest thing ever in the whole entire world. I was like, I'm dating an older man, hunty. Like, I just felt really cool for some reason. If he said jump, I would ask how high, basically. It's just about 2-3 weeks into the school year, and you're starting to feel a little bit of that anxiety, like, oh my God, I'm away from my family. I have so much homework. There's so much pressure. I never got this much homework when I was in high school. Oh my God, blah, blah. There's all these things that are kind of like spinning in your head. You're already talking about midterms and you're like, whoa, pump the brakes. I went through that when I was in college. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown. And I thought going to college where my current boyfriend at the time was going was gonna be amazing, was gonna be great. We would hang out all the time. We would do this together, we would do that together. That was not the case. I get so many young girls that tweet to me and ask me a bunch of questions about like, how do I get over a guy? How do I do this? Blah, 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 blah. Like, and oh, it breaks my heart because like I've been there and I wish I could go back in time knowing what I know now so that I could fully enjoy my college life and just like my college career in general a whole hell of a lot more. So that boy, I quickly started to see, maybe this wasn't a good idea. But in the back of my mind, I was like, no, this is fine. This is what's gonna happen. I'm staying here. I'm not going home. So fast forwarding a couple months into the school year, my ex started to get very weird towards me. He started to like kind of create these rules where like I could only see him on the weekend from this time to this time. I couldn't stay a day later. I couldn't stay a day over, anything like that. Like if I asked to see him during the week, I wouldn't be able to go see him on the weekend because I ruined it. God forbid I asked what time to go over. Oh my God, he acted like I was committing a crime. I honestly thought that this was normal behavior. I was like, okay, I guess that's just whatever. That's just how he is, like, whatever. Mercury's in retrograde. I have a lot of medical issues, but one of them being that I'm an asthmatic, and I remember I had left my inhaler at my ex's apartment, and if you live in the Northeast, you know how freaking cold it gets up there. I just remember being like, I can't breathe, and I think my school had lost power or something, but I remember the heat not working, and I remember texting my ex and being like, can I please come to your apartment to get my inhaler? My school doesn't have power, we don't have heat, like, can I please come? And I remember him flat out telling me, no, like, you cannot come here. And I'm just like, and that wasn't even just like the half of it. I wish that I went into college and didn't have a boyfriend. That was the biggest mistake because I started thinking like, oh my God, if I go out, is this person gonna be mad at me? If I get too close to a group of guy friends, will he be mad at me? If I do this, will he be mad at me? Like, I literally started like isolating myself from like friends and from people and just from everyone. And I would just like kind of hang out in my dorm room, like just sit there all day waiting for my ex to text. Thinking back on it now, that's not how it should have been. Like, so many of you guys are probably going through similar situations where you're like trying to get a boy's attention or trying to do this and trying to do that, and it's not worth it. Like, if a human being, whether it be a male, a girl, whatever it may be, if they don't see you for how wonderful and how beautiful you are, then they are not worth it. You don't need that stress on top of dealing with schoolwork. You don't need that, and you're worth so much more than that. I remember I used to do the stupidest little crap. My ex hated makeup. And I would think, okay, like, maybe if I didn't wear makeup today, and maybe if I wore my hair natural like he liked, maybe he would compliment me. Maybe he would think I was pretty. Maybe he would think I was beautiful. Like, I don't need that type of validation. Nobody should ever need that type of validation. But that human being in my life at the time made me feel so just low. I had the lowest self-esteem ever in my entire life, and I don't want anyone to have to go through that. It's really freaking hard being a girl. And I think there are so many pressures still put on us today, and it sucks that, like, on top of all of that stress, on top of all that pressure, that I had to go through that. But honestly, I feel like there's a reason for everything in life, and maybe God put me in that situation so that I could tell you guys about it and so that I can help you guys. Because honestly, if this video just even helps one person, that's all I want. That's all I've ever wanted, you know? I missed out on so many parties, so many just amazing opportunities in college because I had this person in my life weighing me down, rooting for me to fail. That is not how a relationship should be. You should be happy, and you should just always feel the best about yourself. And if your significant other makes you feel otherwise, then they're not the one for you. I don't know why I stayed. Honestly, I can't give you a reason. There was one time where I wanted a kiss. I just wanted a kiss. I mean, hello, I'm a human being, I'm a girl, I want a little bit of affection. I remember him saying to me straight up, flat out, I don't like kissing you because I feel nothing when I kiss you. Who says that? You shouldn't have to worry about being this perfect human being on top of balancing social life, on top of balancing homework and your career and your educations and your family. You shouldn't have to deal with that. And that's why this video is so important to me, and that's why I'm so passionate throughout this entire thing. Part of my love for makeup just came from me kind of figuring out my old self again. What I really want you guys to do right now is just to think of something that you love about yourself and scream it from the mountaintops, because you should never lose sight of who you are, and you should never lose sight of how much you are worth. I just want to tell you guys to enjoy your life. Don't sit around waiting for some guy, and just go out there, have fun, do your thing, wear falsies to class. Who cares? Do you, boo. There is so much more to life than stupid drama like waiting around for guys, blah, 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 blah. You need to go out there and live your life to the fullest. Do whatever makes you happy. Who cares what anyone has to say? End of story. I'm only 23 years old, so I'm still figuring out a lot of things in my life. I don't have all the answers, but I did really want to share this story with you, and I'm so grateful to have met a guy who is as amazing as Nick, who supports me, who loves me, who never makes me feel down, who is just literally one of the most awesome human beings I have ever met in my entire life. I'm so blessed to have someone like that in my life. But always remember, you need to love yourself before you can love anyone else, and you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. But always remember, you need to love yourself before you can love anyone else. And you can't help someone who doesn't want to help themselves. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.